ESPN for sure. So, all right, Tim, let's get a screen grab ready. Let's talk about Tucker Kraft. All right, let's jump into that. And you guys keep an eye if any super chats come in. I want to make sure we don't neglect those. But so Tucker Kraft obviously had a phenomenal night. Let's start off with the first play here. This is in the first quarter, 154 left. And this was, I just said it was on a 1st and 10 play. And one of the things that Matt LaFleur did say as well was, when I seen how hot Jordan Love was getting, I'm just going to keep throwing the ball. Right. And that's one thing. Again, I know people think that Matt LaFleur isn't aggressive enough, but you've seen him really press into the pass last night. Here was Jordan Love to Tucker Kraft on 1st down in the first quarter.
When you're drafted.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
Kraft again, taking off up the field. Tucker Kraft cuts inside to the 40-yard line and down at the 39.
Yak and cheese, baby. Yak and cheese. So, again, that was in the first quarter. Now, let's fast forward to the third quarter after Jordan Love obviously gave that speech evidently in the locker room and got the boys fired up. This was the Jordan Love with the chuck and duck that Tucker Kraft turns into a 59-yard gain. Guys, this was like the play in my opinion, right? This is the one that really kind of set the tone for the second half. This is early in the third quarter. It's in the middle of 8, a 3rd and 5 play. When the game's on the line, think play or not play. Nobody there. Jordan just throws it up to his guy and lets Tucker Kraft do the rest. Here we go.
TJ screaming off the edge on 3rd down. Love hit as he throws, up for grabs. Caught! Kraft! Oh, on the run! Kraft pulling away! Still on his feet at the 30. What a run after the catch by Kraft all the way to the 26.
That was trailing 16-7 on that play. Now, we'll leave this one up, Tim. We're going to, if you'll pull that screen grab down, I want everybody to be able to see this real quick. You guys could hear those, right?
Oh, yeah. And real quick, shout out to Mike Tirico, man. Slowly becoming one of the modern day goats when it comes to the play-by-play, man.
Yeah,
the bright spot of the Sunday Night Football crew, for sure.
Absolutely, man. All right, so here we go. I just tweeted out, when the game's on the line, think play or not play, trailing 16-7 in the third quarter. This is the play that sparked everything that happened in the second half. I said Brady had Gronk, Mahomes has Kelsey, Breeze had Graham, talking about Jimmy Graham, and John Elway had Shannon Sharp. Jordan Love has his guy, and it's Tucker Kraft. So let's just hit it here. We'll play it a couple of times for you guys and gals. Look at the pressure in his face. You get to the point, guys, where you're like, you know what? I can't just throw this ball away. I can't just take a sack. The offense needs a spark. Sooner or later, you've got to give your guy a shot, right? Watch the pressure get to Jordan here. I mean, he's got 2 guys bearing down on him, right? Hand in his face. This reminded me of the Philadelphia playoff game last year, where you guys remember when he threw the interception, and I said, I don't have a problem with that interception because it's like the offense is sputtering. You got to try to get a spark. You got to try to make something happen. He took a shot to Dontavion Wicks, one-on-one coverage. Unfortunately, it got picked off. Great play. But, again, right here, watch Tucker just look around and go, oh, what is this?
Piece of candy. Ooh.
Absolutely awesome. Then the stiff arm, dragging people. Look at just throwing people.
I lost my mind watching that live, man. I thought for sure when that ball came out, it was going to get picked for sure. But Jordan just standing tall. You see Josh Jacobs here, all he can to block. Who was that? Was that Queen coming in? Patrick Queen?
Kind of hard to tell. Yeah, just doing what he can, try to die a slow death there, right?
Exactly. Pressure. And Jordan standing tall, pressure in his face, throwing the ball. I love it.
And by the way, how about Zach Tom being T.J. Watt's daddy? Look at him taking him down to one knee right here. Love to see that.
Hopefully he's out before my QB, man. Come on now.
Yeah.
Hope Zach Tom's okay after that. That was a little scary.
He came back, so I think he is. I think we're good. You're right, though. That was I think he just got his foot stepped on. Ain't that what the broadcast is?
Yeah, Jordan Morgan stepped on his foot, I think.
Yes, that's what happened. Do you guys remember when Tuck Norris, they asked him, like, how do you, how the yak that you kind of exhibit, like, how do you do that? And he goes, well, I sincerely think that no DB is able to tackle me. He runs like that. He actually puts it on it. Like, he looks at those dudes, and instead of going out of bounds, he's like, come on, let's go. And he will just road grade those poor sons of, what's to just into the dirt, man. It's fun to watch. He is old school. Like you said, he's a Gronk. He's a Kelsey. He is that man.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so here's another clip. All right, another audio here. I tweeted this out. Jordan, at this time, guys, there was 11 minutes left in the game, right? And at this point, Jordan Love was already 26 of 31, 317 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. Tucker Kraft at that point had 7 catches for 143 yards and 2 touchdowns, 7 minutes left to play. And here we go. Here's another clip. Again, this is roughly 11 minutes left to play, and the Packers are leading 22-19 at this point. Here we go.
Pressure coming. He picked it up. Inside. Kraft's got it. At the 10. Kraft running away to the end zone. He has 2 touchdowns.
I do this.
Christian Watson celebrating with him as well. Just absolutely awesome. Awesome stuff. So, again, man, we've got – listen, it's early, but people are finally starting to realize – you remember earlier in the season, too, when we got this thing cranked up this year, we talked about this. We talked about Tucker Kraft. The advanced analytics, right, are showing that Tucker Kraft's going to be a great football player. Remember us talking about this, Emilio? We were talking about the yards over expected, things like that, right? The EPA over all that stuff, and everything was lining up like, man, all he needs is more targets. If he gets more targets, like we talked about it last year, guys, if he'd got the same amount of targets that Brock Bowers got, he would have blown Brock Bowers' numbers out of the water. And Brock Bowers ended up with 1,100 yards receiving, something crazy. Yep. So, again, Happy National Tucker Kraft Day is what PFF Fantasy put out. 7 catches, 143 yards, 128 yards after the catch. That is insanity, Emilio, and 2 touchdowns. So, Tucker Kraft, dude, he's the type of person that you build a franchise around, man, for sure. And I love what Matt LaFleur said, that they're going to get him more involved, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like they had him, NFL Pro had him 32 routes, 9 targets, target percentage at 28%. I mean, he really is crushing it, dude. That was such a game for him, a breakout game. Glad he had it. National Tight End Day. It was the trifecta. And to have him on this team is unbelievable. Dude's a 3-year here. He got a C on his chest. And you just saw it in the locker room how much they respect him and how he carries himself. And that juice, dude. He can do the flip. He can run 3 guys over before he gets tackled. It's everything we needed. And then he's just down there getting gritty on the run blocking. And we're lucky. We're super blessed.
Yeah. Tim, you got anything you want to add to the Tucker Kraft talk here, man?
Yeah, what Emilio said there, putting up numbers like this offensively and then still – being willing to roll up your sleeves and get down and dirty in the run game. He's a complete tight end. He's not a, just a pass catching threat. Tucker is the real deal, complete tight end. And so grateful and happy that he went off like he did on national TV. The NFL is on notice now. I'm willing to bet next year on National Tight Ends Day, they don't leave him off of the graphic. We'll just say
absolutely.
that.
Yeah, I don't know what they're feeding these here new hots, but I tell you what, he's eating that dang old Wheaties, whatever he's eating, man. The protein powder. I mean, I don't know, man. He is an absolute beast. He is what I thought he would be. We all talked about how much we love Tuck. I think the most poignant thing that he said in that locker room was, I play the way I play for you guys. Like that, to me, that gave me chills, bro. Like that literally gave me chills. He knows what it is. He knows what the time is. We're talking about a guy that had a chance to go to Alabama and decided, no, I'm going to stay in small little South Dakota because this is where my daddy wanted me to be. Wanted to stay there with his friends and family, actually, finish what he'd started. Like the guy is just an absolute G, literally and figuratively. He's got it now on his helmet. I think that the respect he has for this organization, he understands that the time is now. And holy crap, I literally think we got ourselves a Gronk, we got ourselves a Kelsey, we got ourselves a Gates. Like this is our guy. Don't let this dude. I almost swore. Don't let this guy walk. Clayton and me were Clayton and me were going about to go live. I can't remember when it was, last night or something. And he's like, dude, how do you not swear on the podcast? You are just cussing like a sailor. I'm like, I don't know, man.
That's what happens. But let me read this insight for you. Next gen stats. Two things here. Tucker Kraft. This one has him. Tucker Kraft recorded 131 yards after the catch. Packers Week 8 win. 3rd most yards after the catch in a game by a tight end since 2016. Second stat. On the season, Kraft leads all tight ends with 346 yards after the catch, 110 yards, 110 yak over expected, plus 56 more than any other player at the position. Overall, he caught 7 of 9 targets for 143, 2 touchdowns, recording every reception against man coverage, despite running just 14 of his 32 routes against man. He finished with the most yards against man coverage by a tight end in over 6 seasons. George Kittle, Week 14, 2018.
Let's go. You know what we're going to be saying about Tucker Kraft before you know it?
Pay that man his money.
That's coming. That's coming.
It's coming,
And,
baby. Let's go.
I'll help write the check. You kidding me? You can borrow my pen. I ain't got no money. You can borrow my pen. You know what I'm saying?
Can we make it a lifetime contract? Can he just be here for life, please?
And Jacob, as you were talking about his quote there in the locker room where he said, "Do I do this for you guys?" I went immediately back. Remember the end of the year last year, locker clean out, and what he said, yeah, things need to change, and I'm going to take on more of a leadership role. And I remember thinking, be careful. You're kind of appointing yourself as a leader. You better back it up. He's backing it up completely. And it's not just about production on the field, but it's obviously putting the work in to get yourself in a situation where you can perform at this level.
So, I see that on the offensive side of the ball. You look at it's like Tucker Kraft is the heart and Josh Jacobs is the soul of that offense, you know, and Jay Money's the ringleader. You know, you see these guys want to play for each other, and you know that's something special when you have that in your locker room, you know, and we're seeing it right now. We're at that nearly halfway point through the season. I've never felt more confident in a Packer team in the last probably five, 6 seasons. I feel like they've really put things together. They built this roster right, and guys have the right attitude, man. They're playing for each other, and you feel like you can run through a wall for your teammate because you know that they'll do it for you. It's something special brewing in Green Bay right now. It really is.
It is. So let us know what you think. If you're watching this video back later, let us know in the comments. What do you think about Tucker Kraft? Which play was your favorite play? Do you think he is a top 3 tight end? Is he top 5? Is he just top 10? We want to hear from you guys. Make sure you hit subscribe and click that bell icon so you're notified when we go live here in the future. Appreciate y'all. All right. Talking about knowing that he is that guy. Sean Gary was asked about Jordan Love, and this is just about 9 seconds of this interview. I love what he had to say right here. So here was 52. Here was Bane Gary when asked about Jordan Love. Let me make sure the volume's up. Here we go.
Tonight and how he played.
He's him. He's him. Everybody in the league, if y'all not woke, please wake up, get the crust out your eyes, because he is him and tennis con. Period.
Thank you, Rashawn. Thank you.
Just straight to the point. One more time.
Tonight and how he played.
He's him. He's him. Everybody in the league, if y'all not woke, please wake up, get the crust out your eyes, because he is him and tennis con. Period.
He is him, and 10 is coming.
Yeah, sounds like me.
Take the crust out your eyes.
Come on, Jacob.
Love it.